Many domestic issues come and go, but healthcare usually keeps its place at the top of the list. The challenge for a growing segment of the population is getting access to good care. Today, there are a number of organizations and private interests helping to make more options available for more people.
In recent years, the growth and popularity of action sports has expanded throughout the U.S.
Action sports, I think, has probably in the last decade really become mainstream, and I think a lot of that has to do with media coverage, TV coverage, that sort of thing. I think what happened is that it really just become mainstream with the advent of the X Games. And when the X Games came about, I think it just brought that much more media attention, that much more focus to the general population. The younger generations have really caught on to it and really embraced it as far as its athleticism.
Action sports such as motocross and BMX racing, skateboarding, wakeboarding, and surfing are physically demanding sports. Much training is needed to compete, and athletes must possess a high level of skill, fitness, and strength to perform very complex, dexterous moves. The Action Sports Medicine Foundation, a non-profit organization founded by Dr. Stephen Augustine, was created to enhance the quality and availability of sports medicine offered to athletes participating in action sports.
The initial reason that I developed it was to improve on-site care, and it really comes from the love of the sports. It comes from my medical background. Combining those two passions, there really was not any type of organized sports medicine care for action sports athletes.
As a motocross enthusiast himself, Dr. Augustine wanted to bring the concept of mobile sports medicine to the sidelines at sports events. Working by his side at these events are a core group of volunteer physicians and athletic trainers that share Dr. Augustine's vision to offer improved quality on-site sports medicine care to action sports athletes. The Augustine family, all riders, volunteers their time to assist the Action Sports Medicine Foundation with injured athletes. Jim and Jean Augustine, the doctor's parents, volunteer their time by driving the mobile medical unit to and from events. And Mindy Augustine, the doctor's wife, is in all the action by assisting with fundraising events, auctions, and the sponsors. Best of all, these services that the athletes receive are absolutely free of charge. That's right, free.
Our ability to do this, if you will, free to the athletes, it comes from multiple sources.
As a result of the Foundation's efforts, fewer riders are transported to the hospital. Riders participate with more confidence, knowing that a competent medical team is available on site to treat their injuries and perhaps continue to compete.
For the parents and the immediate family, it's a great service in that it provides them a sense of security. We can reduce visits to the hospital by 80%.
The Action Sports Medicine Foundation is set up as a trackside emergency room. Sponsors have facilitated some of the tools needed to support this program, such as a mobile unit, x-ray machine, medical supplies, and ambulance. Christine Shimolevsky, Executive Director of Action Sports Medicine Foundation, is also a certified athletic trainer and understands the importance of having an on-site medical crew available to treat sports injuries sustained by competitors.
It's a specialized training in athletic training and sports medicine. And our training brings us into things where we can assess injuries as a first responder, CPR, first aid, all that kind of stuff. But then we also have all those skills to do the orthopedic evaluation.
This is a foundation that is concentrating on the action sports, motocross, BMX, skate, wake, and surf, and it's Dr. Augustine's dream to provide exemplary medical care and trackside medical services for all of these sport participants.
Through informative and educational methods, athletes, parents, and the medical community are educated on the importance of safety and relevant health issues.
We want to make sure that we're promoting prevention of injuries that we can have an impact on. There are some things that you can't change. You're still going to get hurt when you participate in a collision or contact sport.
Sponsors like Liat Brace, Shock Doctor, and Road to Recovery are passionate about safety and protecting athletes. These organizations all agree that immediate medical attention for injuries sustained to the neck and spine is essential and supports the Foundation's endeavors.
We try to educate these kids at every race we go to. We educate them on a lot of prevention, ways to prevent injuries.
We want to be the go-to source for people to learn about action sports, the general public, the medical community, to learn about the injuries that these athletes sustain, to learn about the sports in general.
This foundation makes it so much safer for those kids who are out there.
It takes money to run a program like the Action Sports Medicine Foundation. It relies on fundraising events, donations by various sponsors, companies, and individuals to achieve its objectives. Much has been accomplished in the short time Action Sports Medicine Foundation began its operation. Much more is needed.
To make the program what it is, I felt that it was important to not make it a money-making venture. It's not what it's about. It's about giving back to the action sports community. It's about taking care of the athletes. It's about filling a void or a need that is there for these types of athletes. The sponsors are allowing us to do that. Without them, we would never be able to take this program to the level that we're at.
To find out how you can donate or information on sponsorship opportunities, visit the Action Sports Medicine Foundation's website at www.asmfjax.com.